Hi everyone, welcome to DCF Garage, and this is me and Gorgeous Wife's quote-unquote new 2003 Mercedes E320. This is the W211 chassis. I think it was produced from 2003 to 2009, and it's the V6 3.2 engine. It's the less impressive engine. The most desired is obviously the 5.0 V8, which is the E500, in addition to the AMG models, which are obviously sports cars. But we got this car and we got it for a flip, and so you guys are going to see a lot of videos on the channel with this car. There are a few things that I need to fix on this car, even though this one has extensive maintenance done it through the course of the 18 years of its life. The two previous owners that were in the same family, they spent $24,130-ish and change in maintenance over the course of the 18 years. And so this is a very well-maintained car, but still it's a Mercedes. It's got a lot of things that needs fixing, and that's what I intend to do. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to sell the car, hopefully for a profit. But let me show you what's wrong with the car. There aren't a lot of things. There are just some minor things wrong that we need to get fixed. The first one is very obvious, which is the oxidation on the headlights. This is very common on these Mercedes, and I think that we can do a good job in sanding, polishing, and coating these headlights. Something else that's wrong, this car came with OEM Mercedes roof racks. So these are, what is this called? I think it's called crossbars, but the owner does not have the key, and it doesn't have a number. It's not like the Thule racks where you have a number and you can just order the key. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a locksmith to make a new key, or if I'm going to have to drill these and take them out. It would be a shame because these are OEM. One thing that is very, very wrong with this car is the tire tread depth. I don't know what happened, but one of the previous owners, they must have blew out or just had a flat in one of these tires, and they replaced just one side. So this side has like 5/30 seconds depth, while this other side has got 9/30 seconds depth. You guys are not going to be able to see it, but I've already measured. If you want to mow your differential, this is how you do it. You put two different tire sizes on each side on a rear wheel drive car. That's gonna grind your differential. What else is wrong? I got here some of the clear coat, as you can see, is gone. I plan on painting that. Got some weather stripping here, that's gone. This is very common on Mercedes. Got some rust here close to the sunroof, and also here. It looks like somebody tried to do a very bad job at repairing, but we're gonna fix this, obviously. Another thing that's not working is the windshield washer. I think this is what it's called. It's just not, you know, the water is not coming to the windshield. It just leaks out this way. Plus, there's a lot of little things wrong in the interiors. Door lock pins, I think that's what they're called. They're missing. The sun visors, they're stuck. They don't work. The passenger seat is not working. So you can see nothing works. And while I was reading all the extensive maintenance that was done in this car, and I kid you not, they were all done at a Mercedes dealership. A single bill for this car in 2014, the ex-owner spent more than $12,000 in a single visit to the dealership. So that's how expensive it can be to maintain these cars. And that's why they're so cheap when they age, because in 99% of cases, the previous owners will not have maintained it. So moving on, in the back over here, somebody broke the brake light, and instead of replacing the brake light, they just filled it with silicone. This is definitely something that we're going to replace. Overall, the shape of the car is good. The paint overall is good. There are no tears in the leather. It's just dirty. It just needs some care. Some of the plastic trim is faded, as you can see. This is something we're going to restore. I'm going to share it with you guys. Also, the stereo or the command unit is not working. So let me get the key and I'll show you guys. It's not working. So I just press on button, it's not working. It can be just a blown fuse. It can be the unit itself. Whatever it is, we're gonna try to get it fixed. We're gonna get this car as good as we can. And I jacked up the car and I checked. Both front wheel bearings are bad. So this seems to be also a common problem with these cars. The wheel bearings don't last long. So I've already ordered wheel bearings, and so we're gonna have these wheel bearings replaced. And here in the front, we got the engine, obviously. The SBC pump has been replaced. This is a common problem on the W211 chassis in this generation. So this one, according to the records, has been replaced in 2018. The engine is pretty good for a 140,000 mile car. It's been very, very well maintained. It's really hard to find one engine that has so much maintenance done over the course of its life. So let's hear the engine. I'm gonna ask Gorgeous Wife to turn it on. Gorgeous Wife, please turn it on. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. Got a little bit of vibration, but I think this is normal vibration for this engine. All you experts can let me know. It's a Mercedes. It's got a lot of its inherent problems, but for a 2003 Mercedes, I really haven't seen anyone that's been this well maintained with 140,000 miles. And being the good Mercedes that it is, it's got an electrical malfunction that I believe that it's going to be the voltage regulator from the alternator. So this is something that I've ordered because it's a maintenance item. And it's also got, I think, just a normal visit workshop due to time. We're not going to visit Mercedes. And it's got another malfunction, which is it's saying that the oil is overfilled. Now, I cannot check the oil because there's no oil dipstick. I've ordered a dipstick, but I can't measure it yet. For some reason, Mercedes thought it was a great idea to measure the oil through the dashboard, through a sensor, and not have a dipstick. So I'm only going to be able to measure the oil once I get the dipstick, which should be in a few days. So I don't know if it's overfilled or if it's just a problem with the sensor. And now that I've showed you everything that's wrong with this Mercedes, with our new Mercedes, let's drive it. All right. Okay, overall it's a very comfortable car, right? So you got the aromatic suspension, and these suspensions, they were all replaced, I think, in 2017. All the, what is it called? I think it's air struts or airbags. There is a specific name that Mercedes calls the air struts. I'm not sure which one it is. You guys comment in the box below. Let me know what the exact name of the air struts are. Now, yes, so it's telling me engine oil level, reduce oil level. I told you guys, it thinks it's overfilled. It might be, I don't know. I need the dipstick. I can't trust the computer. But anyway, the early 2003 models, they came with a defective radiator. So these cars have an integrated radiator, meaning that the radiator cools not just the engine coolant, but it also cools the transmission fluid. And what would happen is, in these radiators, the transmission fluid and the engine coolant would mix up, and that would cause the transmission fluid to aerate, and it would become like a strawberry milkshake. You would look at it, it had the consistency and it had the color of a strawberry milkshake. So that defect is known as a strawberry milkshake of death. Got acceleration. It's a cute name. And it basically, because the oil doesn't, the fluid doesn't work anymore, it loses all its properties when it's mixed with the coolant. What would happen is it would grind, it would destroy the clutch packs within the transmission, and your transmission would be done. You would have to either rebuild or replace your transmission. It seemed to happen only in the 2003 model. And there were other cars that this happened to, and I think it was a Nissan Xterra. That's it. If you liked the video, if you want to see more content on the 2003 Mercedes, make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up. You help the channel. Thank you.